when another decision comes up, you know that this area has been tackled and has been settled. They will now focus on the area because there is a lot of numerous problems in this country. Like intervention. All the roads in the federation has collapsed, and which they will now start. Possible the one they started now, another decision will everything. But if they felt that they want to consider the road network, road construction, at least for 8 years, they would achieve a lot. Or maybe they want to concentrate on the health and stuff like that. Just pick 3 major things you know that you can be able to do. But they failed to do that. It was almost the last end of that tenure within the 2 years back that they now realized, look, we don't have time anymore. We need to do something for Nigeria. That is why some things now springs up, like the discovery of oil in the Lake Chad basin and other some of the other infrastructure we are seeing. But if I have to score APC in 8 years, honestly, out of 100, I'm giving them tithes because they wasted the opportunity into them by claiming PDP, chasing flies and the rest of that instead of going straight to work they are elected to do.
Okay, Senator
So
Prince.
what I'm advising another government that is coming up, there's no point you blaming PDP or wish-hunting people or blaming APC. Just keep the ball rolling so that 4 years will not take them away. A serious government can achieve a lot in 4 years.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sunday the Prince. Appreciate you calling in. Sunday the Prince scoring the APC administration 30%. I don't know. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Okay, Chuku, good morning to you. Welcome.
Thank you. My name is Okechi. To me, Nigerians really believe in APC. That is why they voted them in. But APC disappoints Nigeria. Honestly, you see, Nigerians are crying that good luck Jonathan will not be able to defeat Boko Haram. That's why they voted Buhari to come into the power. Because they promised them that he would defeat Boko Haram on that moment. But you see, up to today, Boko Haram are still existing. The school, the university, they cannot be able to solve the issue of the university. You cannot boast of anything. For me, they tried in the area of fight. But in other areas, insecurity, they failed. But that one is the most important thing they could have did for Nigerians. Then if they come back to ask Nigerians for their vote, Nigeria could have voted them. You see, this insecurity is the one of the things that is disturbing Nigeria. Insecurity. Assuming Nigeria is in peace without this insecurity. You see, this unknown gunmen, all these things spring up during this Buhari administration. Assuming if we are able to stop all this, I bet you, whatever everything is telling Nigeria will listen to them. So for me, they should do, even this Naira policy they brought, you see, their time have gone. It's a very good idea, but it is too late for them. So if I want to score them, I'll just score them only 10%.
Come on, be fair in your judgment, Okechuku. But then, okay, so I appreciate you. But then let's look at where you mentioned insecurity. You said you failed, they failed in insecurity, in the area of insecurity. This administration will tell you that when they took over power, several territories were under captivity. They were under control of Boko Haram, and they found a way to retrieve those communities and those territories. Today, less than just only of recent, we heard that about two communities in Borno State, two communities in Borno State are under control of Boko Haram. That's significant growth, is it? What wouldn't you say?
Thank you. Yes, they tried, but in the other way around, can you see that people are paying money for them to go to their farm to access their farm? Before, are people paying money to go access their farm? They tried in that area, but the thing is just like fight by fire. You are fighting this area, and the other place is leaking. You understand where I'm going? So they are trying fighting, but the other place is leaking. People are paying money to go access their farm. People are paying ransom. During the area of PDP, I have never seen people paying ransom. The whole train was kidnapped. Nigerian Air Force plane was shot down. Nigerian Air Force base was attacked in Kaduna. See, they tried, but it seems like this thing is beyond them. We wish them, we thank them for what they have done. They should just do and let another person come in and do for us so that we see if that person can do better.
Okay, Chuku. Thank you so much for calling with Chuku. Okay, Chuku scoring the administration, the APC administration. Now really low, not so fair. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my friend.
Good morning to you. Is this John?
Yes, this is John from Suleja.
Good to have you. Let's hear you.
Yeah, you asked me, okay, Chuku, that the Boko Haram, they were able to do something about Boko Haram, kind of building two local governments. But I can tell you, under their watch, bandits is spring up. Herdsmen spring up. Unknown government. So many of them come up while they are fighting Boko Haram. So it's still an insecurity failure. See, one of the cardinal points of any government that is coming is security and economy. It's just like sitting an exam, you pass eight of them and you lost two, and that two is English and mathematics. No university will give you admission. I think you know that. So, economy is very, very bad, in a bad shape. And when you compare Goodluck Jonathan and economy and this present government, the bag of rice before Goodluck left was 7,500, 8,000. You know that today is about 40,000. Petrol, he said he will give us petrol for 40 naira per liter. So, and near you live to see what is happening now. Economically, they have done badly. Security-wise, they have done badly. And these are two cardinal points of any administration need to pass on so that we give them the pass mark. That's where they get a high pass mark. See, you even don't need money for you to begin to give them money and all that. All these infrastructure is what you need to put in place. And if they spend much time, just like the first caller said, spend much time taking PDP. They don't know that they are in the center of the administration. They are busy as if they are still on propaganda and not doing all that kind of thing. They said the way is that above all, Buhari don't have managerial skills. I must tell you this thing. So their percentage, I try to be a very good person, and let me give them 20.
John, thank you very much. You're a good person. You're scoring somewhere 20. Thank you very much for calling. I appreciate you and your thoughts. 09073530044 and 09087668888. The APC administration has scored itself high in 7 areas, in about 9 priority areas. They're talking economy, they're talking insecurity, the fight against insecurity, they're talking infrastructure development, they're talking social investment and all that, and saying, well, they've done well in the last 7.5 years. The president has said, look, Nigeria is a very big country, the population is high, and as it is, we have several challenges that we're facing as a country, and well, as a president, he has done well. He said that in the US, even before then, even just before yesterday, he had said that in Nigeria, where it said, look, as a president, he has done well. It's left for the next person to come and do, take over and do better. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, John, please, I call him back. You see, like what Mr. President said, Nigeria is too big. And that is why we need to delegate power to government. We shouldn't allow everything to fall on the center. Nigerian case is like a case of a father who has a lot of children. I don't want the children to have independence of their own. You continue to fail for the children. You understand? But if you allow the children to have their independence, you left on your. That's the reason why Nigeria, the center is afraid of revolving power back to the state by restructuring Nigerian and making the center less attractive and allowing the state to be vibrant. If you delegate power to the state, the center will be less attractive and the pressure will be less from the center. Then Mr. President will only control the security, the currency, foreign affairs, and all that. He allow governors to be busy. Instead of them coming to Abuja to take their trainers and go back to their state. They will be the one paying tax to the center, and there will be a lot of competition in all the states. And any state that cannot do better will go back and I imagine the well-doing state. And the issue of insecurity, they came in the name of fighting Boko Haram. They escalated insecurity. It became worse. A kidnapper having a free day, a banditry having a free day, unknown government in the southeast.
We lost connection with Sound of the Prince. Well, you two can be a part of the conversation. We're asking Nigerians to also present a scorecard for the APC administration that has scored itself really high in, the areas of national security, social investment, fight against corruption, the economy. All of that, they've really scored themselves high. I'm going to be giving you the numbers and what the president said at the ministerial retreat earlier this year, I think in October, where he had rated his performance and that of his team. Hello, good morning.
My friend, good morning.
Good morning, Paul. Good to have you join us.
Thank you very much. Let me start on the lighter side. When the TV wanted to turn and say, equal outlook will not have tomorrow. That corrected himself immediately. My heart just stopped and said, this thing cannot happen.
No, it cannot happen. Not today. Paul, good to have you.
My friend, you see, whatever you do as a sitting president or a government, it's not your own duty to rate yourself. Allow people to rate you based on your own performances. Now, Mr. President has gone to rate himself. Even before then, he rated himself here in the country. Now, whatever you do in terms of infrastructure and so on and so forth, if your economy, if your country is not stable in terms of security, it will amount to nothing. And that's what is playing out in this country. Now, you are rating yourself very well, and meanwhile, we are still facing banditry, terrorism, killing here and there. As I'm talking to you, my village, my people were attacked yesterday. They were attacked yesterday by Fulani, rearing cows, carrying cutlasses and cutting people. And these are the kind of things we're talking about. Meanwhile, you're going outside there to say all these things. The United States, don't they see what is happening? Don't they have representatives here in the country? Don't they know what is happening? Okay, fine. If you want to actually do this, like what the last caller said, let's devolve power. When they are talking of local government autonomy, you see the government fighting it to the core. And the National Assembly will sit back there and be watching all these things happening. If you're a legislator in the National Assembly, these are the kind of things you should also fight. If we have started giving autonomy to the local government, people will be able to work. Once local government start working, the state becomes less abstractive. The federal becomes less abstractive. So some of these things are supposed to be devolved and moved down to the grassroots. And now, in fact, most of the people who are criticizing the center will now move back to their local government or move back with their council and so on and so forth to see what they are doing. But governors will sit back, collect the salaries collect the subvention of the local government. That's what they are using to train their own people or using to feed their own people. It will not work well in this country. It will not work well in this country. In as much as you want to do other things and then you are not stabilizing this country, it will amount to nothing. If the economy, if there was security, or if the economy was stable, or if the security was stable, people will go back to the farms and farm. And there will be enough food. All this inflation, the economy, inflation, everything will reduce. Everything will reduce. Even if, no matter the kind of loan you give to farmers, they can't access their farm. They sit back to spend those monies on other things. And then you want them to pay back.
All right, Paul. So what would you rate the APC administration in the last 7.5 years?
I would rate them as they are performed very poor. Like I said, whatever you do, if your country is not secured, it amounts to nothing.
Okay, that's your thought. Thank you so much, Paul.
What kind of infrastructure that my friend? What kind of infrastructure
will you put while the people are being killed?
But you know, Nigerians sometimes now, Nigerians are very difficult people to manage, because before now, Nigerians said, look, the reason we're suffering is because there's no infrastructure. We need infrastructure. We need people to build us good roads so that, farm products can get to the market. I remember in 2015, those were the things Nigerians were talking about. We need someone to fix power. We need someone to do this. We need all of this infrastructure. And now this man has come, the president has said, let's focus on infrastructure. Let's build infrastructure so that the future, can have all of these things. Now Nigerians are saying, look, if you don't fight insecurity, Nigerians, Paul, what if we go do? We'll now go there.
My prince.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fine. You have built roads. The same road that will pass, somebody will go and kill me and attack me. How will I enjoy that road? Will I remember that I drove on a good road if I'm attacked?
Anyway, Paul, smart. Touche.
Good road for me. Yes, we need infrastructure. But the most important thing is to stabilize the security.
Okay.
Make people feel secure.
Okay. All right.
Do you know as I am that for how many years I've not been able to go to my village? Which is about how many, just 2-3 hours to my village. I can't go there because of insecurity. And then you build road. How will I enjoy the road?
Big question.
If we need infrastructure, yes, we are trying to bridge the gap of the infrastructure deficit. But if my life is not secure, how will I enjoy that road? How will I even drive around to see that you have done road to so place?
Thank you very much, Paul. I'm going to have to let you go now. Thank you so much. Always a pleasure talking with you. Hello, good morning.
My friend, good morning.
Good morning. Is this Ayomide?
Yeah, this is Ayomide.
Ayomide, I'm glad you're here this morning. I'm good. Good to have you.
Yeah. We are talking. I look at these things and I think what in this fashion individually, are we also ready for the government to do something for us? Or what the government is doing, the little one they are doing, how are we ourselves managing it? Or are we working towards it? I said it on this radio station that there are some people who decided to fall. I've been saying it, people have been thinking I don't know what I'm saying. Some people decided to say I am not ready. Yes, really. We have a father who gives birth to us, who is overall who gives birth to us. But we don't depend, when there is age, we don't depend on that father. We depend on ourselves. To say I cannot be, it's a testimony to me today. If I share my story, everybody has his own story, his own way. So if I share my story, it's a testimony to me today. I have my reasons. Mostly, I struggle for myself to send myself to school to come out to bring graduate. It's not what we're saying on the radio. I know what I have passed through, even when the country was still okay. The only thing is, this administration, when I check, yes, they said because there's a way we expected them to work, but they didn't work the way we expected them. But check on these things. There are some things the later discovered have been doing, which it came late. Then I always fear road also myself. That the good robots I fear. But there are times I start developing myself. Let me share with you. I took my car down to Jalingo. That was 2 months ago. I drove down to Jalingo. Let me go and see the road and see what's happening there. Got to the system. That was the first time my car is climbing on top boat and cross up to the other side. Jalingo down Jalingo. I went there with myself. At times I fear the road. But if you want to do something, you decide in your heart. Yes, government need to secure us, protect us. There are all those things we need to do ourselves also.
What are some of those things that you think, Ayomide, what are some of those things that you think we can do for ourselves, we need to do for ourselves?
One, we don't need to rely fully on government. Mostly on government. Even the next administration is coming. We don't need to rely on them mostly.
So what are you saying? For instance, for stuff like insecurity or national security, how are we supposed to defend and protect ourselves as Nigerians? And if that's your suggestion, how do we go about it? Should we take away the responsibility of protection of life and property from government?
I am not saying we are supposed to protect ourselves. No. Government is supposed to protect us and send us to the rig to protect us. But there are some states, I told you, I don't give you one example. When they infiltrate in my compound
and they could be able to inflate into my car and pick my battery. Since then, as I was talking to you, I didn't leave the environment. We decided on our own to form a security guard within our guard community. And we are paying for the security, and our life and properties and our children have been secured on our own. We pay little money for that security to be functioned, whatsoever they are using. It was let me be clear with you. We now went to Buhari Council, the police station there, to register that.
Okay.
And the police give us a full support.
All right.
A full support on that.
For you, how would you rate the APC administration or this administration in the last 7 years?
To me, getting what little things they have done, even it completes what they are doing, it completes. But to me, I will give them 40%.
Okay.
Let me be sincere with you.
Right.
Based on the road, based on they discover oil and the little things they've done concerning insecurity. The little, let me put it that way.
Okay.
When I calculate it all together, I got 40. That is good.
Thank you very much for your assessment. I'll bring in another caller. Hello, good morning.
You know, everybody is entitled to his opinion.
Absolutely.
And you cannot say that somebody choose to poor. If you don't have a backbone who will assist you, the journey will be very, very far for you to meet up in life. And if you are lucky, it doesn't mean you are hardworking. Understand? Let's assume you are traveling to Wawarada and you are using a vehicle. You know, the journey will be faster. And you are using the Okada, the journey will be 8 times faster. But you cannot compare the journey of vehicle and Okada. And if you are using Basco, the journey can also be faster. But you cannot compare Basco and Okada. And if you are using the ship, it depends on when you got there. That is the journey of life. Nobody chooses to poor except if you decide to believe in yourself. So the government needs to give us a level environment. Let me tell you, how many people are in government payroll in Nigeria? How many? Out of 200 million population, people in government payroll is not even up to 50 million. Others are fending for themselves. Others are catering for themselves. They are not depending on government. What Nigerians are asking government is only two things. Good road network that you can be able to convey your product from one place to another. And what Nigerians are having government is steady power supply. That even though you're doing shoemaker, you can be able to use light. People will go back to hairdressing, barbering salon, and other things that require light. What Nigerians are asking government is good health facility, that when you sick, it can be attended in a hospital with a lesser money. Then leave the rest of Nigeria. They will take care of themselves.
Okay.
So that is better for you does not mean people choose to poor.
All right.
And in other things are working. Government give loans to people to start up business. Government pay for those that don't have work, and they still work at the moment. So these are the things government to us and leave us with the rest.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much again. We're talking this morning, talking about the scorecard of this administration, the APC administration in the last 7 years. They said, look, we've done really well. They scored themselves really high. And some Nigerians say, look, it's not appropriate for you to score yourself. Let's score you. So this morning, let's take your scorecard. What would you score the administration in the last 7 years as a Nigerian who has, observed things under this administration in the last 7.5 years? Hello, good morning.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, Abdullahi Mekano. Good to have you.
Thank you very much, sir. Sir, I want to say something concerning the issue we're discussing this morning. Someone made a call before this, the last caller, talking about Nigerians not depend on government. Let me tell you something, sir. 80% of Nigerian population doesn't have access of getting anything from the Nigerian government. 80%, mark my word.
How did you arrive at that figure? How did you arrive at that percentage?
Okay, sir. Let me make it very clear for you. How many civil servants do we have in Nigeria, both local, state, and the national level? Go to market. Go to anywhere in this country. The people who are struggling for their daily bread are much higher. That's, as I told you, 80% than that of who are getting through the government. The Nigerian people are very, very hardworking people. Nobody will come and cancel this work. The Nigerian people are very, very hardworking people. If the situation we found ourselves in this country, if not we are fully committed to make our life better, we could have not even survived in this country. But Nigerians are still pushing to make it very, very successful. And at this kind of corridor, we are still making it. We sponsor ourselves to school. We eat our daily bread. We feed our family, feed ourselves, do everything. We know where is Nigerian poor men getting subsidy from the federal government. If you go to every sector now, the only thing that will cry out is your money. And Nigerians are still pushing it, trying to make sure that their life is very good and better at the same time. So Nigerians are very good people. What we need is support and the enabling environment from the federal government. When we talk of security now, people are trying. Go to Katsina, go to Zamfara, go to Sokoto. You see how people are defending themselves because they are no longer on government protections. Go to anywhere in Nigeria now, people are trying to defend themselves against terror attack. And when you look at on businesses and other issues now, Nigerians are the ones that do everything for themselves. So for someone to come and say Nigerians are fully rely on their government, I don't believe that person is making a kind of groundbreaking research on what is going on currently in the country. Nigerians are very, very hardworking people. We are trying. Go to anywhere in the world and make such kind of investigation. Go and carry out a good research about how people live in their own country. I'm telling you, as the largest country as Nigeria, the biggest black nation in the world, the sixth largest exporter of crude oil, one of the most populous countries in the world, and at the same time fail to provide social amenities to its citizens. And at the same time, citizens are obeying the government order, are also trying to put their life better. We need an excellent recommendation from the international community. We are good people. Nigerians are great people. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Abdullahi Mekano. Nigerians are good people. Nigerians are great people. Working hard and also doing a lot to ensure that they stay safe and continue to keep their nation going. Chuck's here. Chuck's, has been a really long time. I'm going to give you a bell for sending a message in this morning. It's been a while. Good AM to you, Ihenacho. Your caller is really spot on regarding what has hampered this APC government. They came in looking backward, not forward. Chucks, thank you very much for that one. Now the conversation continues. We'll be talking more about some of the things that the APC administration has done. When the president gave that scorecard, I'm going to tell you why, some of the things, why he feels like they have done well, and, so that you can also do your further assessment. Maybe some of these things are not in public domain. We'll be talking about this and more. We're looking at the president's scorecard and the APC administration scorecard in the last 7.5 years. They say, some of you say, look, it's not right for you to score yourself. Let the people judge you. And so, well, I'm asking you this morning, what would you score the APC administration in the last 7.5 years? The conversation continues. Keep it here. Do the right thing. Kobam.
No offense to the commercials. It's just that we want to see other audio. Eagles 102.3.
Has anyone told you you can talk about your business on radio for just 15,000 naira? Get a chance to talk your business for 25 minutes on The Entrepreneur. Mondays to Fridays, 3 p.m. on Eagles 102.3 FM, Abuja. For more inquiries, call 090-9984-4433. 090-9984-4433. The Entrepreneur. Talk your business for just 15,000 naira. Hurry now.
From Milky Way to Earth, everywhere there's internet, you can connect with Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. Log on to our website www.eaglesfm.com. Follow and engage with us now on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok at Eagles FM Abuja, Instagram at Eagles FM 1023. Download our apps on your Android and iOS stores. Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, your radio experience you can count on.
The season of joy is here again. Make this season memorable by being a part of Eagles 102.3 FM's 12 Days of Christmas. Win big as Eagles FM will be giving away gifts for 12 whole days. All you need to do is simply tune in, participate, and win. Promo runs from the 13th of December and ends on the 24th of December 2022. Merry Christmas!
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Thank you again for staying with us on your radio experience. You can count on. This is Eagles 102.3, and you're on to Eagles Outlook. This morning on Eagles Outlook, the Eagle is looking at the performance of the APC administration. The administration says, we've done well. We have done pretty well. And the president says, look, I've done my best as president. Maybe it's time for somebody else to come and do their best. So, what would be your scorecard? Some of you have said, look, it's inappropriate for the administration to score itself or rate itself high. Let other people be the ones to rate them and score them. So, well, what is your scorecard? How do you rate the APC administration in the last 7 years or 7.5 years? You want to share that with us? 090-7353-0044 and 090-8766-8888. You can send SMS and WhatsApp messages to 090-9705-4450. You know we love to hear from you. And now let's get to some of the parts of the conversation. Some of you have mentioned some areas where you feel like the APC administration hasn't done so well, and I'm going to be just reeling out some of the things that they have said, look, we've done, and or the APC administration has done, and they feel these are the areas that people should rate them by, and why they feel like they have done well. So on national security, a lot of you have raised the issue of security and say, look, if you stabilize the economy and ensure that Nigerians are safe, every other thing would be second place. I recall Paul even saying that if you fix roads or you build roads and people are unable to travel on that roads because it's unsafe, if farmers can go to their farms, because of insecurity, then what have you achieved? What's the essence of the road? So now on national security, the president said his government had invested substantially in arms, weapons, and other critical military hardware, as well as continuous training of the armed forces. The Nigerian Air Force has acquired 38 brand new aircraft and is expecting another batch of 36 new ones, while the Nigerian Navy has been equipped with new platforms, sophisticated riverine, rigid, full inflatable seaward defense, a whaler and faster attack boats, as well as helicopters and capital ships. To boost the number of our police personnel, 20,000 policemen have been recruited, trained, fully integrated and deployed in 2020 and 2021. This exercise has strengthened our community policing strategy, which is enshrined in the Police Act 2020. The president's there, and he goes on to say, while commenting on the fight against corruption, he assured that government remained unwavering and would continue to prosecute high-profile cases. He added that government had established platforms to promote collaboration among anti-corruption and prosecuting agencies of government to ensure transparency in the process and speedy completion of cases. Now, regarding social investment programs and other socio-economic programs and policies, the president noted that as of June 2022, government had enrolled 75% of the 1 million beneficiaries of Batch C under the Empower program, while 9,990,862 pupils are being fed through the school feeding program, which employs 128,531 cooks in local communities. Did you get that? So these are some of the things that the president is saying his administration has done. Going forward, he says, following the passage of the National Health Act in 2014, I remember some of the prints had mentioned health care. It says this administration began the inclusion of 1% minimum portion of the Consolidated Revenue Fund in order to make quality health care affordable and accessible to all Nigerians through funding the Consolidated Revenue Fund to cater for the Basic Healthcare Provision Fund. Consequently, 988,652 poor and indigent Nigerians have been enrolled in the Basic Healthcare Provision Fund. We should also note that a total of 7,373 primary healthcare facilities have been accredited and capitated under the National Health Insurance Scheme pathway, while 7,242 primary healthcare facilities are receiving the centralized facility financing under the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Basic Healthcare Provision Fund Gateway. It is disclosed that the establishment of a national career for Nigeria has reached 91% completion, while flight operations are expected to commence before the end of the year. This is to boost It's been boosted by the certification of the two of our international airports, Lagos and Abuja, by the International Civil Aviation Organization, while Kano and Port Harcourt airports are undergoing similar certification. Now, on the economy, which some of you have mentioned, Sunday the Prince dwelled on that for a bit. He says, the president stated that Nigeria has witnessed 7 consecutive quarters of growth after negative growth rates recorded in the second and third quarter of 2020. According to him, the GDP grew by 3.54% year on year in terms of the second quarter 2022, representing a substantial or sustained positive economic performance, especially in the non-oil GDP, which fell by 4.77% in the second quarter 2022 against oil GDP that grew by minus 11.77%. Well, this is the basis for which the president has scored his administration really high. What are your thoughts? As you continue to score the president or the present administration, how do you rate them? In your opinion, how well have they performed? What would you rate them? Now, let's do this in terms of percentage. 100%. Some of you have said, look, the administration is down 20%. Sonny the Prince rated them 30%. Okichuku said, look, I'm being fair. I just want to rate them 10%. I don't know how that's fair. John says 20%. Paul rated the administration really low. Ayomide says, look, in my fair assessment, 40%. Abdullahi Mekano, just said, look, there's so many things that this administration needed to have done. Nigerians are really hardworking people. If you fix the little issues, they will be able to carry on from there and take care of themselves. I'm going to open up the phone lines again to take in more of your assessments of the administration in the last 7.5 years. And I'm going to add, what would you expect the next president to do? Whoever it is, where would you, because President Buhari has said, look, I've done well. I have done my best. Whoever's going to take over from me, which is what it is, if you've done your best, you bow out, somebody else takes the position and also does their best. So what would you advise the next president to do when they take over power? Because obviously there's definitely going to be another president in 2023. Join me, 09073530044 and 09087668888. That is 09073530044 and 09087668888. We're reviewing the scorecard of this administration. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. What's your name, sir?
Yeah, first time caller. I'm Christopher.
Christopher, we're glad to have you. Always glad to have new callers.
Yeah, well done. Yeah. You see, I rate APC government 0%.
No, you can't rate somebody 0%. You can't, because whether you like it or not, they have done their best.
0%.
You've done something. You cannot rate 0%. That's not. In fact, 0 is out of it. Let's not put 0.
Prince, they did nothing.
Okay, so what would be your? Why would you assess them and say they have done nothing?
So let us see. With God's grace, we can get a new government, another government 2023. Let us see. Try another set.
Okay, so what would you advise the next government to do? Where would you advise them to focus on so that Nigerians can have a better country?
Especially in security. Security, most especially.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Christopher. I appreciate you calling in. I don't want to say, look, in evaluation, it is really not a good, encouraging thing to score anyone 0. If there's anything I learned from being the child of a teacher, is that no matter how bad a person has performed in an examination, at least for the fact that they were able to write something, all right, even if it's just their name they wrote on that answer booklet, you should be able to score them something, because there should be a score for effort, right? If someone has made an effort in any way, at least score them something. Don't give them 0. So join in the conversation and let's hear from you. 09073530044 and 09087668888. There should be a score for effort or something. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, once more. John calling back from school again.
John, let's hear you quickly.
My you ask second question now. Yes, that's why I come here. If you ask this, the incoming, anybody that comes in, assuming my own preferred candidate won't become election, what two cardinal things I want him to take care of seriously is economy and security. Are you getting me?
Yes, loud and clear.
If that one I voted for did not achieve that, I will be disappointed. Security and economy is the key base of it. Everything we fall into. When somebody says Nigeria, you do your own and I will drive from here to Jalingo and all that. It's when you see security, infrastructure is part of the economy, doing it very well and all that. Those things, you go without stress. Now, people are going on the road with their hand on their mouth. You don't know when it's going to happen. See, if I begin to talk my experience, God, this thing will not, the hour will not sustain us. So, there is security, number one. So many things you begin to call it. Imagine I have working people. They don't need their money. All this power and all that. You don't see them now until the election. The vice president will go to market and begin to share 10,000. That is not the issue. That is what I understand on empower. That is the only way I see is working. I don't know other things whether they are working. So I will prefer anyone that is coming. My own candidate is coming. I would like him to focus much more on security and economy. Others respect the rule of law.
Okay.
Respect the rule of law. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you calling again, John. And well, oh my God, it seems like we'll have to wrap this up now. But then, speaking of Empower has provided employment for lots of Nigerians. The social investment scheme where a lot of young people get involved. Are posted to agriculture, teaching, and all, and they're paid a stipend at the end of the month. That's one way that the administration has said, look, we are trying to solve the unemployment problem in Nigeria. I'll bring in this last caller. I hope that we have the time to. 1 minute, please. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Moses.
Moses, good morning. Welcome. Are you a first-time caller, Moses?
Yeah, I'm a first-time caller.
Oh, glad to have you. Let's hear you quickly.
Thank you. So please, I just want to raise the administration, please. I think that the administration has done bad. You said that zero cannot be given to somebody, but I think zero can be given because as a science student, you know that your gun is 12 times distance. So when your distance is zero, so and you apply a lot of force. So 12 times zero is zero, so everything is zero. Listen, if you are traveling to Kaduna State, you need to fast and breathe. So then, you can't just travel some of the places like that 2 hours, but you need to really fast. You need to pray before you can embark on that journey. Security is very, very bad in this country. You don't know what people are passing through. I was coming back from Kaduna. I was sitting with somebody that is traveling with their blood pressure medicine in case it happens to because the last time it happened to me, his BP was very high. You don't know what Nigerians are passing through. Then let's talk about the Naira. What about compare the Ghanaian cedis to the Naira? What about all the loans, the of debt using our environment? This economy is very bad. This administration is very bad. We need to call it to the space. You don't have infrastructure, but I have a lot to say, but I think I should just but I think I will be very prepared.
Thank you very much, Moses. You will not be a very good teacher, Moses. But anyway, thank you so much. I appreciate you calling in and appreciate everyone who's been a part of the conversation this morning. But please, the question would be, as a people, are we ready to make the sacrifices that's required for us to change this country as a people? Changing this country does not lie with one man. It begins with you, and you, as even as you go to the elections, or to go to the polls in 2023. Are you ready not to sell your vote for a pot of porridge just today? Are you ready to make the sacrifices that's required? Because it's not going to be easy, even for the next president. So ensure that you do your best to vote in the right persons and ensure that you also do the right thing. So I played that song earlier. Do the right thing, because Nigeria can only get better if you do the right thing. My name is Ihia Nacho Prince, your Radio Highness of Abuja. Keep it with us. 102.3 Extra comes on right after business news. Keep it here.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.